Hey everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm going to be opening day number 2 from my Made to Surprise Advent. I hope you're enjoying your Advent so far and you've enjoyed the first gift. So again, I try and do this so that I'm kind of in shot as I'm looking in. So obviously I've put these all back in, but I do forget where I've put the days. This is it. There we go. Okay, so let me flip my camera around and we can see what's inside at day number 2. Okay, so let's have a good look at what's inside. So this one here is a die set. This is a 3D pop-up die set, and there's quite a lot you can do with this one. So I'm going to show you just one of the ways today, but I will be sharing another way as well, and I'm sure I'm going to be using it more as well, like in tutorials next year. So this one here, you get your main big outline die, and then you get all of these little ones. Some of you might already be able to tell the kind of style card that this is going to create. You also get outline dies for the body parts here for your characters. So in day 1's stamp set, which I have just here, you've got your body parts. So you now have the dies. I recommend that you die cut first and then stamp onto them. You could also just colour these in black or any colour you want as well. You don't have to use the stamped images, but they are the dies for that. You've also got a die here, you can see that will cut your present out here, and then you've got your little crown that will cut that one. And then there's a couple of others there that might cut something out maybe later on, but you have to wait and see what's going to come along in the next few days. Anybody who's maybe just joining, this is the card that I made for day 1 of the Advent, and this just focused on the stamps there. So you go back, you'll see them all in a playlist. So with this one here, what I recommend is that you want to double up all the cardstock to make it nice and strong. This one kind of needs to like wedge together to kind of work. And if you just use single weight 220 GSM, it's just going to be a bit flimsy. So I've got this green card here, and I've cut it out twice. So this will go through a standard die machine. So just run that one through, cut it twice and stick together. I then cut it again in white card, but just the bottom portion, and I just trimmed that just to create a little bit of an arch. You don't have to do that. I just wanted it to look like kind of like the snowy kind of mountains at the bottom, and then the green is like the landscape, the trees, that kind of thing. So that's all you need with that one. But like I said, there are more ways that I'm going to show you how to use this where you'll cut this more times. So look out for that, because I've got a lovely card coming. Then you will see you get 2 sizes in the plain arches. Again, to be honest, it's up to you. You might want to have all of your arches this same height. So then you would cut 4 pieces, but you want to double them up. So you cut that 8 times. But I'm doing them so they're staggered. So I've cut this one, which is the largest of the 2. If I take this one out here, you'll see this one is slightly smaller. So I've cut 4 of this one and 4 of that one, and I've stuck them all together. So there's 2 stuck together there, 2 stuck together there, again with the smaller one, and then this one. And I've used my construction glue, it's the Collall construction glue. So those are all ready. And then you want to cut 4 of this one. Again, you can do 2 if you want, but it'd just be too flimsy. It probably all fall apart. So you want to have 2 so that everything locks in together. And again, stuck together, nice and strong. Now what I've done is I've taken the stamp set from day 1, and I've used the sentiment, this isn't a card, it's a paper hug. And I've stamped that directly onto the front of one of the smaller ones. You can have your sentiment up in here if you want, but I thought it looked quite nice having it on the base of the card there. What you'll also see, just to add a little bit of detail onto this one here, you might want to emboss it. If you've got any oval nesting dies, you could do mats and layers on this if you wanted to. I've just used a gel pen. I've just gone around and created a little scallop kind of highlight there. I just think it kind of lifts it a little bit. But I also want to add some shine to this because it's a Christmas card. So I'm going to use the Mowed Lawn Distressed spritz. Just give it a good shake so all the mica breaks up there, and I'm just going to cover that part. I'll use as a little bit of scrap card there, actually that'll work perfect. So I'm just going to spritz over that. Okay, so that is now all dried, and if you've not seen the spritzes before, they're beautiful. Look at that wonderful shine. So it's going to be a nice backdrop for the images. So I'm going to decorate this now whilst it's like this. It's just a bit easier, but you can decorate it once this is all together as well. So I've gone ahead and I've just taken 3 of like the main images. So I've got the very cute little mince pie, got the wreath and the Christmas tree. They've all got little faces, and because this one has the dies for the little limbs, I've added them this time. So yesterday for day one I just used them as they are, but today we're going to bring them to life a little bit. So you get arms and legs, and you can see how cute they look. Very sweet. I've also added a few little highlights on them as well, and again that's just using the gel pen. Colours, I've used the same. I'm going to use these colours throughout, you know, any of the videos where I'm featuring the stamps, and it's these ones here. So, like I said in the video for that one, bit of a mixed bag. So I'm using the Creative Craft Products markers, and then these are the Spectrum Noir tri blends. But for the greens, so for the tree I've used the grass green, and for the wreath I've used the deep green. Then for the baubles I've used the gold yellow blend. For the mince pie and the browns there I've used the earth brown blend. For the rosy cheeks it's only tiny there, but I've used the pale pink blend. And then for the reds I've used the dark red blend. So to add the little limbs, so I've already popped some foam on the back there. So depending on where you position your arms and legs, it will give them a slightly different look. So if you have like the arms just attached, they'll be really long, but if you bring them in just around where the face is, it makes it look a little bit more say realistic, but when would you ever have a wreath with arms? But a bit more cuter, let's say. Have the arms quite near the face. You could obviously have them higher up. I think keeping them kind of close around the face just keeps the characters looking quite cute. And then again, kind of get them about the same. Looks about right. And then again, depending, you know, you might want them looking like they're dancing. You could have one higher than the other. Play around with them. It's, you know, that's part of the fun, creating different kind of expressions from them. So again, I'm just going to have just a little bit of the knee kind of poking out there. There we go. Hold that up. Okay. And then to position them, I think I'm going to have something like that. So like I said, I've already put the foam behind them. So I'm going to have those three, and then might have maybe two of the presents on the bottom. And then these ones are just going to scatter them in the little kind of extra space there. Maybe do two red and the green. I think that looks quite sweet. So I'm going to stick all that down. So you want to start with these ones here, and you're going to slide this right through the middle. You want it to be quite tight. It's quite snug, and that locks in place. It's not going to fall out. Okay. And then again, take this one, slot it on the other side, and already it will stand up. And now that makes it really easy to pop these in. So the two largest ones are then going to go in next to the main one. Like I said, you could have them all the same size. There's going to be a few ways that, you know, some of you put this together. And I'm sure the more we use it, we'll find out more ways as well. And then just slot that one in. Like I said, it should all be quite tight. And then my sentiment, because I've already done that one, is going to go right on the front there. And the whole thing, you see, you want it to hold itself together. And then the beauty and the lovely part of this style card is to fold it flat, is it all just folds to one side, and that will go into your envelope. And then it's very easy for the recipient to be able to move that back, and you have a really cool card. You've got all your space on the back there to write your message. And then just to finish it off, like I said, I think a couple of these, I might have them staggered. And then I'm just going to add some glaze onto the stars, the berries there, some of the tree decks. It looks lovely on the bow. And then to add a bit more interest on the card, I'm actually going to add little drops. It can look like snowfall. It dries clear, but it gives it quite a little whimsical, dewy kind of finish. If you go quite small with some of them as well, and keep them close to the image. Just like I said, it's all optional, but it does give it quite a nice finish. So I'm going to bring back in day one, and I'll keep adding in all of the projects that I've made as we go through all the different tutorials. But for now, I hope you enjoy just one of the ways that you can use this die set. It creates, I think, quite a lovely looking card, and it displays it beautifully. Like I said, just fold it to the side and that will all pop in your envelope. So thank you again for watching, and I'll be back again very soon.